Good evening. This time, I'm not going to do an action thing. I'm going to do some tips and tricks for settlement handling and companion stuff. I am going to move Codsworth
Hey, yes, sir. Over here. On it.
so he doesn't mess up my sound.
Wait there. Right, sir.
Because his Jets does something weird to my voice. It resonates or something. It's like the intro that makes me sound like Darth Vader. I don't have a voice modulator or anything. That's just the static or something does something weird to my voice recording. All right, so I'm back from Corvega. I healed up. I have a fashion tip. When you want to survive in the apocalypse, you want to strike terror into your enemies. You want to look like someone no one wants to mess with, like an insurance salesman, a Texas used car salesman, a dentist at a dentist convention, trying to have fun. Those are all people that everyone avoids naturally, so I will not be harmed. No one's gonna eat me. Everyone's gonna run away. uh, Actually, this suit is a bunch of charisma stuff. Black green glasses from under Red Rocket, the mole rat cave. Clean striped suit I found somewhere, and the militia hat all gives me extra charisma, which I'm going to use for the first trick. The first thing I'm going to do, we'll move
Hey.
Codsworth over here. Show you how to get double bumps.
Move here.
An affinity on Codsworth and Preston at this point in the game.
Hold position.
And there's another trick where you just save scum and make mods and things that worked on not survival, but I don't know if that's going to work too good on survival. I'm going to go get Preston. I know he's down here. He's bugged out a little bit.
I got word of a settlement that needs our help. Let me see. Hey, another settlement has sent word that they need our help.
He's in that, I got 10 million
settlement.
settlement.
Maybe you can find out where those bastards are coming from and put a stop to it.
You want to know how many quests I got from him so far? Just to this, just being here?
Come with me. I need your help. Sure thing, General. Right.
3 so far. I have Green Top Nursery's gonna make me kill super mutants, like I'm really ready to do that. Go to Abernathy Farm, which is, I didn't even know there was a quest for that, but I'll take the points. And Taking Point Starlight Drive-In. I usually wait for the Abernathy thing so that I can bring Preston over there because it'll give him affinity bumps. Starlight's the easy one. Alright, so Preston's following me. Hopefully.
I'm busy.
Hopefully Preston's gonna follow me. Come on, buddy. And Codsworth is over here. Because he won't start moving around for a minute. There he is. Both of them like it when you do guns. Gun mods. I have to put points in this. Gun nut and this. I'm not actually do something I want to do. We'll fix this hunting rifle up.
What are you building?
Gonna put a calibrated powerful receiver in there. And see, both Codsworth love that and Preston liked it. So I got 2 affinity bumps for one because they were both standing here. Now I need to.
Codsworth.
May I accompany you, sir?
No, you hang
I
on.
see, sir.
You hang on, right?
Another time, then.
I have to move Preston over here. Then we're gonna talk to Mama Murphy. who I haven't talked to yet since I came back from Sanctuary Hills. Come on, Preston.
Hey, point it out. Stay there. I'll stand ready.
And then I'm gonna go get Codsworth.
Hey, Codsworth.
May I accompany you, sir?
Yes, Codsworth, of course.
Thank you.
Preston Garvin ain't gonna move for a sec.
Mama Murphy.
You're tied to this place, kid. Your energy.
I used to live here.
But the distant sight can help.
No. You're an addict. You need help.
Oh, not this.
Right.
We'd have never made it this far without the sight.
Uh-huh. The sight isn't worth killing yourself over, Mama Murphy. It doesn't have to define what...
All right, kid. You got me. If me hanging around for a little longer is worth...
Bingo. So, like, triple affinity bumps. Preston loved it that I convinced her not to do it. I love it even more that I think she's going to keep working my farm and growing gourds for me instead of being messed up like she was in my first game. Codsworth, I want you to come over here.
Here.
Hey, Codsworth, you never invited me over for tea. You haven't forgotten about that, have you? Okay then, buddy. You keep doing what you're doing. Seems to be working for you.
Heads up.
Sir,
Hey, Codsworth.
sir, a moment perhaps?
Sure, Codsworth. What's up?
Oh, just a little something. I just wanted the initial destruction.
I'm sorry, Codsworth. It was so sudden.
Not a single. And yes, well, at first it was, but eventually, what truly I soldier.
I'm glad you stuck around.
Oh, sir, I just wanted you to.
I consider you to be family.
Sir, well, enough.
And now Codsworth's totally happy.
Heads up.
Something you need, sir?
Hold up.
But he decided not to stay where I put him. Oh, he resonates with my voice weird too, so I'm going to keep him away. Anyway, so, yeah. One of the things you always want to do is film at night in YouTube videos, because kids love that. Especially when you're showing them how to do stuff. An instructional video filmed in the darkness is the best. It adds to the challenge of your viewers. Alright, so we did the companion thing. The next thing I'm going to do is show you some settlement building fixing bugs tricks. There's a lot of bugs in Fallout, but it's really because it's got a lot of charm, like weird code, like the guys at Abernathy Farms, when they eat dinner, they always want to go in the house instead of going to a bar or whatever. There's like weird little code things in there that make everything get messed up. Weird little kids at some of the settlements and stuff like that. So while I'm going to show you like buggy stuff, take it all with like a grain of salt. I don't hate the game because of that. It's all part of the fun. The first thing is the mat trick, which I didn't invent. That was one of the first videos I watched on YouTube, is how to try to build a wall around the place. My walls wouldn't go together. It drove me crazy. But the thing that actually annoys me the most in the game is, as stupid as it is. I'm not much of a builder, you can tell. Look at what I've done to Sanctuary Hills. You guys think I haven't decorated, but I have decorated. I put the shopping cart here, and I straighten these barrels up, and I put a tire there. This all meticulously, I put tire there. Every detail has been arranged perfectly. A tire right there. I want it to look like an apocalypse. I don't want it to look nice. This looks like the Sunnyvale trailer park. Alright, so the mat trick is you put down a mat. You can make a new mat. They're cheap. They just cost a cloth. And then you get out a thing like this, which is a totally annoying piece of decoration because you can't get it anywhere near close to with its back to the wall. I can't move it any closer. I hate these things. They have one at Red Rocket. You're trying to make like a cool little diner or something, and you can't get this stupid thing to go close to the wall. So what you do is, where's my mat? Put it kind of close to the mat with no other stuff around, and you hold down E. You just hold it down, and you can pick up both things at once. And it seems to use the mat's pathing, whatever, blocking mechanism. So now the thing will be flush with the house. I didn't really want a pop machine there, but whatever, that's fine. And you can use that to get things to jam together that wouldn't normally jam together. You can get things to clip together, like walls and things when you want to build a wall around sanctuary or something. Anyway, that's the mat trick. The next super important one that not a lot of people know is at 10 Pines and Abernathy and the Slog is another one. Covenant. There's owned beds that you can't move when you hit E. Normally, when you just hit E on anything, you can pick stuff up. Whatever, I don't know what the console command is, but it's the pick it up thing. Like I pick it up and I want to move it around. But what you can do is with these owned things, they actually bug out the game anyway. You throw down wooden floor, and then you go to the bed that you can't pick up with E. I can pick these up with E, but trust me, this works on the bad ones. And you hold down E just like we did with the mat. You hold it down. You don't just press it once. And you put the evil thing on the shack floor, and then you hit tab on the shack floor or whatever it is it stores in the workshop on the consoles, and you hit yes, and it'll get rid of the evil bed. It doesn't get rid of these beds that are okay. It just drops them on the ground. But trust me, it works. I went and ran all the way to 10 Pines for you guys a minute ago to prove that it still works right. I got rid of the beds there. So you build a little floor, you hold down E on the evil beds, and you put them on the piece of floor, and then you store the floor into the workshop, and it gets rid of the evil beds. It also works on the turrets at Covenant, as long as they're not hostile yet. I killed everyone in Covenant like a serial killer, murdering one person at a time, so the town never turned hostile. And then I could hold down on E on the turrets, put them on a board, and get rid of them, and put my own turrets in their spot. So that's a good trick to fix some of the bugs. The one thing that I'm not going to do this time is there's this kid at Nordingham Beach, and the kids I'm a little worried about. There's kids at Somerville Place too. They don't act normal. They got weird code, and the kid at Nordingham Beach stayed awake all the time. And I think it might have been because I got rid of his bed. So this time I'm going to see where he sleeps and try to leave his bed so he stays in it. And I'll get rid of the other ones and see if that fixes him. I'm not sure if he ever sleeps or not. I just don't know. So that's the cure the evil disease trick. The other thing about beds is you don't want to do this. They tell you, oh, I just put down mattresses. And that totally works. And the cheapest sleeping bag, right? This one. You put down a bunch of these like this because you don't have any room at different places. And you fill like a little house with this stuff like this. The settlers cannot get to these when somebody's already, like this guy fell asleep in here. It messes up the guys here and here. They can't get to him. They can't path to him. So they'll get all grumpy. The happiness in the place will go down and it'll be below 80. Happiness should always be above 80, or you mess something up. Is by default all humans, well, except when you have robot people living in a settlement, but all humans have 80 when they're satisfied. and then you can add clinics and stuff to make it go a little higher than that. But this will grump them out if you did this. You should always have like a lot of space around it. You'll see if you watch them try to do it, they won't walk over each other when they're sleeping. If you do it like this or something, where they got more room to get to it. They gotta have the room to get past the guys, though. They might not be able to walk between the two guys, you know. Anyway, you get the idea. I just lost a lot of my cloth because you guys showing you this. Anyway, I did the newbie thing where you just make real beds for the people in all the houses, and that'll work fine as long as there's space around them. As long as they got space to get there. They might fight, these two guys might fight trying to get to their beds. They do seem to like one side of the bed more than the other, too, and I don't know which one it is, so sometimes you just watch at night when they try to go to sleep if you stay up till 1. The trick to getting benevolent leader is so easy. You find a settlement with just 2 people, like 10 pines, and you make one of them grow crops. You give them some defense, and you make the other one be a bartender at a level 3 bar, and then it's over. That's it. You get benevolent leader. Like, come back, wait till they get to 100, because paradise is like a guy and a girl, a guy growing crops, and a girl running a bar. That's it. That's 100% happiness. If you have too many people, it makes it harder. The more people you have, the more they divide the bonus from the bartender. So, once you have a settlement with like 40 people, it's like, unless you build 1,000,000 bars or whatever, it's impossible to get them to 100. Actually, the thing that's bugging out a little bit in my game right now is my settlers are not making me any water. There should be purified water in here, and it's just not happening. So I am going to make them mad by getting rid of my pumps. And then I'll just store them in the workbench and then put them back down. I'll wait till they start to grump out. I got a few more tips and then I'm done. I'm going to try to make this quick. Right, they should get angry that there's no water and my crop should start to die. The next thing is I haven't built a recruitment station yet. I'm going to show you something you should do before you build the recruitment station. And actually, even before that, you build one of these scavenging benches. Now, this is not to have somebody scavenge. I don't really care about that. I guess if you have a lot of extra people, you might want to make some of these and make them scavenge for you. But what I use it for more is to, like, assign Marcy Long or my farmers to it to get them off the crops they're doing, so I can control what they're growing. I make different patches of like 6 food item worth of food. Like I would have Mama Murphy grow 6 mute fruit because they're 1 food each, or 12 razor grains here. Except that Marcy Long and Mama Murphy aren't around, so I can't make them do it. Anyway, you assign them to the scavenging station and it clears whatever their job was. So you can clear all of your villagers' jobs, and then you just go through and pick up all their stuff. And then make them grow something you want. And what I want them to do, this is Marcy Long's patch. I think she'll automatically, she's such an awesome worker, she'll automatically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She will automatically start working this stuff. She automatically went to work before. What we want is adhesive, and that is potatoes, corn, and mute fruit in equal amounts. But I don't have enough mute fruit. I'm gonna try to find Marcy. I'm not sure where she went. She may be sleeping. Oh. Preston, Marcy. Yeah, you could assign her to the scavenging station, then she'll walk around scavenging while you fix her crops for her. But I'm gonna assign her to this. She'll pick up these foods. And I don't know where Mama Murphy is either, but then I would fix her crops the same way. Assign her to the scavenging station. Assign everyone in town to the scavenging station, and only the last guy will be a scavenger still. Everyone else will have their jobs cleared. So that's the farm management thing. You don't want your farmers working too close together. You don't want them, like Marcy, doing some of the crops over here and some of the crops over there. You want to grow mute fruit, potatoes, and corn in equal amounts for adhesive. And in reality, Sanctuary Hills probably ought to just grow corn, because you have potatoes over there in Abernathy, you have potatoes growing over there in Ten Pines, and this other place they're sending me, Greentown Nursery, grows a ton of mute fruit. And if you watch the end game video thing when you beat the game and they show Sanctuary Hills, they show it growing corn, and it kind of makes sense, like for adhesive. Sanctuary Hills can be the corn place. Or if you don't have a local leader, you can grow mute fruit here, get a settler to do a corn patch for you, get another settler to do potatoes, and then you have adhesive here. And that's it. The other crops really don't matter too much, except for like something you might want for recipes. Gourds are only used in Rad Stag stew, which 30 energy resist for an hour ain't too bad, really. But is it better than carry weight with your Rad Stag meat, your precious Rad Stag meat? I don't know. I need to carry things. I like loot. I think that's it. Oh, yeah. And then before we do the recruitment station, one last thing. I did the farmers how to use the scavenging bench to clear their jobs. That's what the scavenging bench is really for me. I always make one, and then I just use it to clear everybody's jobs. The last thing we're going to do is build a recruitment station. But before we do that, I always make these Brahmin feed troughs, because I think Brahmin are attracted by just like settlers. And last time I had 3 of them at Sanctuary Hills, so I'm going to build 4 of these and see if I get 4. See if it's how many you get. We'll see. I'll do the experiment. That's the final thing. Now I'm going to build a generator for a nice quiet one. This is the one that doesn't make any noise, the windmill, and I don't have any extra power. The building tips of like design, some people build like generator houses there, they put a bunch of generators in them. I'm not going to do that. This thing's enough to we can play around in this house and add lights and stuff to it if we put down one of these connectors, a power pylon. Maybe I'll just stick it right here. It has pretty decent range, and I have enough of this stuff. I could build the one that has the switch on it to turn it off. How much is that? Can I reach the switch? Oh yeah, I can climb up on this roof. Oop. Excuse me. It's pretty tough to go this far for the switch, but whatever. Alright. And then, anyway, that thing acts as like a device that lets all lights in the area know they ought to be turned, like, have power. A lot of the weird little things, like this, will now light up. It'll even show you when you get close. See how it's lighting up? Let's do something better. If it's close enough to the pylon, it'll light up. You know, a lot of new things. But the old classic is this. So, oh yeah. And then that's all there is to use the pylons. You can use the little ones too. There's these little junky looking ones in the connectors thing. These are the cheap ones. But when I first started, I used these all over the place, and then I didn't like the way they looked. But what we want is a miscellaneous. We want the recruitment beacon. Now that we have our Brahmin things, it'll pretty much immediately start to. Oh, and you hold space. You tap space to make a wire between two things. You hit space on the one thing you want. You hit space on the other thing you want. Or whatever the key is. I don't know what it is. It'll probably say. So then we have the copper wire that connects things. It even tells you what it is. That's cool. And now I'll start attracting settlers. And hopefully Brahmin, so we get fertilizer, so we can make jet. We'll see how many we get. And that's all my tips for now. I pretty much told you everything I can think of that you would need to know. How to fix the bugs. How to get benevolent leader and make a place totally happy. This place is probably never going to be totally happy because I'm not going to just build a ton of bars here. I hope my sound didn't bug out from the storm. I don't want to have to record this again. But I think that's it. Oh, and we get settlers, we can rob them. Oh, one already showed up. That is one last trick. If you don't have mute fruit and you're dying and you're getting beat all the time and you're having a really tough time, and you aren't a super awesome master guy like me, totally gaming skills from the gods. Yes. If you don't know how to play the game, I don't even have a weapon. They're just gonna come and kill me and eat me. Here comes a settler. See, I got a pretty lady. Pretty lady coming. It might be ghoul. Ghouls are good provisioners. And they look like Eddie from Iron Maiden. Alright, here she comes. As soon as she crosses the line into my turf. I guess she's in my turf already.
You hear about that farm run by ghouls? Isn't that something?
I
Yes.
just want to trade a few things.
Sure.
You can take her stuff, And a lot of times they might have the vegetables you need for growing things. She doesn't have any food on her, but you can actually make her wear this and then take her red stag outfit. You can give her something else to wear, you know. Take her gun away, give her something better. You get the idea. And she'll also have food like squirrel bits and things you can steal. Some of them, I don't know what else. You could take her money. They have no need for that. I don't think they care. So that's another trick. You might just sit here at the settlement and collect items, and then send them all to somewhere where they'll die. You could basically acquire mass by using the recruitment beacon to lure victims into your horrible settlement. And then I could send them all to 10 Pines, where everyone's totally unhappy because there's not enough beds and they all just die. It'll be fantastic. Alright, so that's all the tips. I don't know if these are respawning anymore. It's been a while since I've seen anything show up in them. Make sure you do the dog kennel thing. Put a dog house at every place so you can find dog meat or any of the dogs you might get. And that's it. Oh, and provisioners. Yeah. You know what? I'll just make her my provisioner. She's cool. And now that I have a local leader, I can make her my provisioner to Red Rocket from here. The only problem is she takes provisioners all take up a happiness slot, so she's going to divide whatever bar happiness we get here, clinics and bars. So this place is never going to be 100% probably. And she's totally will fight everything along the road in between here and there. So they're like road wardens or something. They're totally. If you give her a minigun, I should give her the minigun. Well, she don't need it because there ain't nothing around Sanctuary Hills. But I seen a provisioner of mine in my first game kill a Marler Queen with a minigun and a cage armor and a mining helmet. I gave all my provisioners mining helmets so I could see them from far away because you see the light on their helmet and they're walking with a Brahmin, you know it's them and you don't accidentally shoot them. It's a good tip too. My water thing has been noticed. They've noticed something's wrong with the water. Alright, my happiness is going down. That's good, because I want the game to know that something went wrong with my water. I'm going to rebuild my little thing here. They will still not be happy because that's not enough. And then I'm going to go rebuild my other ones. And hopefully I'll get water in my workbench again. Because water you can just trade with Trash Can Carla for everything she's got. And later on you get the other guys showing up here. Alright, they better give me my water back. I really need it on survival. Water is stim packs. And stim packs are doctor kits from the old Fallout. It'll be a while before I know if this worked. But man, look, I'm like running out. Anyway, that's all my tips. I gotta drink and eat. I'm gonna go do the Starlight Drive-In and all those other places and start setting up my supply lines. And then I'll maybe record again some other, when I think of something hard to do or you don't need every minute. So I'll save my game. So take it easy.